stop. We're down by a couple of points. Now, who would Phil Jackson give the ball to? Michael Jordan. Now, imagine one of the bench warmers says, oh, wait a minute, Mr. Jackson, that's just not fair. Michael always gets the ball. This ain't fair. Brian Carruthers always gets the stage. That's not fair. You guys follow me? See, imagine if Phil Jackson would have gave in to the bench warmer. Oh, okay, let's sing Kumbaya and you go and take the ball. And so he gives the ball to the bench warmer, and the bench warmer does what the bench warmers do, and he misses. What does the paper read the next day? Yeah, Phil Jackson is an idiot. Right? New coach, they're out. See, and that's the thing. Some people get upset about production and understanding. It's the reason why we tell our team that if you're not in Players Club, you're not even on the team. We can't communicate with you. You guys were still with me? Where'd my marker go? The next thing I want to talk about, real quick, before I do that, I never let my subject get in the way with what I really want to say. See, back to politics. What happens inside of politics is people are so concerned about what other people are thinking, what other people say, what other people do. See, it's the reason we have so many challenges. Has anyone ever seen the movie Tears of the Sun? Man, I'm telling you, if you've ever seen the movie Tears of the Sun, you've got to see that. That thing will bring some tears to your eyes. And at the end of the movie, there's a quote that sums up the whole movie. And it says, when good people, evil is allowed to triumph when good people do nothing. Or something like that. So you guys remember that? And this is what I got out of it. It's that sometimes we hear other people talking negatively about other people, don't we? And we don't say nothing. And somehow we think that we're not involved in politics. It's the reason why racism still runs rampant in this country, because other people will say bad things about other people, and we don't say nothing. That's how we continue politics. I'm saying, no, if someone comes to me and has something bad to say about Mr. Self or the Mealies or somebody that I care about, someone that's been there before, I'm like, man, don't come to me with that mess. I don't want to hear about that, because that's not the way it is. That's not how we build a productive business. That's not how we take it to the next level. See, and the reason why politics is allowed to run rampant is because this is the deal. How many people want people to love you? Come on, you do. This is the challenge that we have. If you want people to love you, let me tell you the easiest way to get it. Fail. No, let me prove it to you. Guys, how many guys in the room have ever had a woman break up with you? Oh, there's way more than that. There's some ego-driven people in this room. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, the woman breaks up to you and you're a little hurt. Now, what do your buddies do? They'll call you up. Let's go to the strip club. Let's bash some women. She was no good anyhow. You guys know what I'm talking about? The family shows up. You're having cookouts for you. Trying to hook you up with everybody. Right? So if you want people to love you, it's real simple. Just fail. Because I thought when I hit a certain level of success, I thought my buddies were going to be lined up. I thought there was going to be a parade for John Malott in the streets. Instead, they were throwing rocks at me. Instead, it was talking behind my back saying, John Malott, all he cares about is the money. And I used to say that's not true, but now it is. Kind of. It's not really about the money, but it's about what the money can do for me. Because you got to understand, I didn't have any money at one time. And to go from where I was, this company has paid me in the last 90 days over $60,000. I mean, I get paid more in a month than I used to get paid in a whole year. And when I go to my friends and I see them from time to time, they say, well, you left us behind. No, I didn't leave you behind. You chose to stay behind. That's on you. So it's real simple. This is the challenge. Success has people lined up to throw rocks at you and make your life more miserable, because this is what it looks like. People are floating down this river. I'm going to try to draw this to scale. And here you are. Here, they're just floating. How many people have been to a lazy river? Just kind of floating in the sun, enjoying. You guys got to get out more, I'm telling you. But just floating down the river. But here you are. The river's heading that way. You're swimming upstream. You are kicking real hard. Real hard. And your buddies are throwing beer cans at you. Oh, you're crazy, that prepaid legal thing. Don't even sound legal to me. That's what my mother said. I'm like, Mom, how do you sell an illegal legal plan? But here's what people don't understand, because we're out there delivering the truth, and the real world is delivering lies. You see it all the time. People getting laid. I mean, WorldCom, 17,000 people. They told me Coca-Cola laid off another 1,000 people. I mean, are people still drinking Coke? They just don't need you to deliver it anymore. See, what happens, because these people are just falling around, it's comfortable, isn't it? It's real simple, but they don't know this. This is really a waterfall. So you continue swimming upstream, and it takes courage to do that. It takes some enthusiasm to do that, doesn't it? It takes some passion about what you have. It takes 100% belief in what you've got. And I heard Mr. Sells say it before, and I thought about this. You know, because I like sports, there's a football team that I really like, because I'm originally from Wisconsin. And all right, Wisconsin. You guys, there's a football team there called the Green Bay Packers. Now, who leads the Green Bay Packers? Brett Favre. Now, imagine Brett Favre is in the huddle. And he comes out of the huddle. And up in the stands, someone yells down to Brett, "Hey, Brett, the NFL is a scam." Could you imagine Brett? He said, "I knew it. I read it on the internet. I knew it. Too good to be true." Would that happen? No, because he's been to the game, but it happens to us all the time. See, we don't have to take a stand for anything here. We don't have to have very much conviction. See, what I love when I showed you the whole squiggly line thing, the beauty of a company like Prepaid Legal is that even a blind chicken finds feed here. Eventually, you will find your way. It takes some commitment to get there. And we talk about commitment all the time. But, you know, it's not like the kamikaze pilot who flew 100 missions. Obviously, he wasn't very committed. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing, just kind of testing the waters a little bit. You guys are great. I thought I was going to fall out up here. Because it comes down to being mission-driven versus money-driven. And that's what so many people are hung up. Guys, if money was the only motivator, wouldn't we all be rich? Because it comes down to money. That's why we tell people it's not only... See, Prepaid Legal has an incredible mission. And when you think of great companies, or are there a lot of companies in network marketing that are offering people an opportunity? I mean, there's a lot of companies out there saying if you move our service, our product, or whatever, you can make tons and tons of money, multi-gazillionaire, freaking people out. When I first got involved in this industry, I said, this is a bunch of cheese balls. I'm not too excited. And that's why people are so scared of us, because we show up with our button with, you know, I got a lawyer in my pocket, we got hats on, our car is plastered with stuff, and we're freaking people out, puking all over them. And what we're telling people is to sharpen up a little bit, raise the bar, become more professional. You don't see other people out there, you know, so-called professionals. You guys follow me? We become mission-driven because when you think of some of the companies that have come before us, I mean, great companies that are out there. Name some companies like product companies that have come before us or offering opportunity. Just throw some names out. Someone said Amway, Mary Kay, Herbalife. Here, how many people agree there's thousands of them? Thousands of them everywhere. Here's the deal. See, these companies that came before us were mission-driven. The opportunity is different today, but when they came, they weren't talking about how much money you could make originally. Now they have to. And I'm not knocking them because, take Amway, for example. You can't knock a company that's doing billions of dollars. That has created thousands and thousands of millionaires that have helped. They've been in the woods with the machete and have cleared the path for us. See, but Amway started with two guys, the American way, going door to door selling soap. They had a mission. It wasn't about anything. It was about bringing our boys home from war. It wasn't about, you know, all this other stuff. It was about our mission. Another company called Mary Kay. Now, every woman I know over 20 years old has participated in Mary Kay's growth in some way or another. Pink lipstick, pink Cadillacs, pink bags, somehow, some way they participated. See, but did Mary Kay have a mission? Yeah, the mission was women were being discriminated in the workplace. Take a man and a female, same position, same education, same everything. The man was being paid more. Serious glass ceilings. It was very blatant. Mary Kay comes out with this mission-driven company, not about making money, but about changing the woman's future, about empowering women. Am I right? I am woman. Hear me roar. Am I right? So it wasn't about the money and how many hundreds and thousands of millionaires were created from that one company because of a mission that was driven to the marketplace. Herbalife, same thing, 80s. Overweight Americans, out of shape Americans. Herbalife comes up, we're going to change all that. You guys understand what I'm talking about? So they came out and created hundreds and hundreds of millionaires because they were mission-driven. So how many agree there's thousands of them companies out there right now distracting our people because these fortunes have already been chopped up in most of these industries. There's service companies, Excel, we can go on ACN, thousands and thousands. See guys, there's another company, some of you guys may have heard of it, it's called Prepaid Legal Services. Are they a mission-driven company?